Why is America in a depression? I'll tell you why America's in a depression. 5 reasons. Number 1, trendy assholes. Buying things not needed, not thinking, just consuming. These people actually think it's cool. Always the latest trends. Think, and use your purchase power to shape the market. Buy things that are handmade, where the worker was paid a living wage. Last week, police beat textile workers, children in Bangladesh, because they wanted $24 a month to make JCPenney and Walmart clothing which sell for $24 a piece. Number 2, there's no time to think. Seriously, turn off your TV. No one is being inventive. It has ruined the American hard-working ingenuity. Wait, were we famous for that once? But Rob, I never saw a TV episode about that. If Americans had been imaginative, I would have seen it on TV. Think about who produces this garbage. Remember that kid in high school who never knew anything in class but could talk all lunch about every show that happened the day before from 3 p.m. to midnight? You could only sit next to him for one lunch period, then you had to avoid him. Or the kid who said, "You look like Screech from Saved by the Bell, ha ha, what a dork," and actually thought he was insulting you. He didn't understand when you weren't insulted, couldn't understand that the only thing insulting was his diminished perspective, and that the look you were making was sheer pity. You didn't even have the heart to make fun of his stupid ass back. Yeah, those are the guys who write the programming. Of course, it's their life's aspiration to put their thoughtlessness in a flashy box and spend the money they made on what corporations told them to. Their life is flashy, concealed in a box, not yours. Number 3, the unnecessary elements are vanishing. Do we need cars? No. I fully expect to see people riding around on horses and bicycles again before this is all over, especially now that we have cell phones. Think about it. What was the best advantage of cars? That when you asked to meet someone somewhere at 7 p.m., they could be there then, because they wouldn't have to wait for their horse to finish crapping, or they wouldn't have to wait for an unknown number of people at an unknown number of bus stops. The time to meet somebody had gone from 7 p.m. plus or minus 30 minutes to 7 p.m. plus or minus 5 minutes. But if someone is going to be half an hour late now, they just call with their cell phone. The benefit of the car has taken a backseat to the new unreliableness of people's personalities. Generated from egotism, generated from TV, because they're trendy assholes, or perhaps generated from the time crunch. Number 4, the time crunch is ending. A lot of the boom that happened in the economy occurred by speeding things up. Automation, the car is rushing. But now, with the traffic jams, it's no longer such an efficient automation, and no one can afford to burn gas for 20 minutes in a traffic jam and still be late. Ride a bike. Free and time consistent. I think people are going to realize how little 5 minutes really matters. 7 a.m. Be at work. 7:05 you show up. Who's been in the situation where you get chewed out for that? I know I have. It's especially important for the jobs that don't even matter. When I was serving people at the local restaurant, it was a huge deal. 5 minutes late to get on my apron, I could be fired. I worked once a whole shift to pay for the speeding ticket I got just to get there on time. But I still had my crap job. Whew, that was close. When I was working for $20K a year at the NIH, filing my taxes under the poverty line, which is a step up, I got chewed out for it once, a couple of looks, didn't really matter. First of all, it was 5 minutes, a couple times a year, and also I was producing research, not serving people pre-cooked, expensive, processed fatty acids. When I worked at Pfizer for more still, I didn't get chewed out ever, because 10 minutes of traffic is okay, and if I stay 10 minutes later at the end of the day, it's fine. I would go in an hour early to leave an hour early. That's how it should be. This time crunch is caffeine driven, it's car driven, it's type A personality driven, and it's not humane. People should work for reasonable hours for a living wage. We can't speed it up more from where we are now. 40 hours every week, time schedule is more rigorous than Amtrak's. It's just natural this will take a back seat. Number 5, the elimination of service jobs. Why do people scan groceries all day? Why do people fetch other people's donuts all day? Why do people make others' coffee all day, wait on tables? People could get their food from the chef. People could brew a cup. A machine could brew a cup of coffee. Donuts could be in a dispenser. People should not waste effort on useless tasks for a buck. When people start taking charge of their lives and start living for purposes, humanity will start to make sense. Do something to become self-reliant rather than doing busy work for a corporation. Because everyone working for the corporation and working for the corporation's aims leaves no one working to become self-reliant. It leaves no one working for humanity. I think people would be much happier with a garden and a part-time job, buying meat once a week, working once a week, eating veggies they grow themselves, and filling in the rest of their time living. The last commodity left is spare time. Soon it will be for sale. Did it ever occur to anybody that what society could need was less? That our depression was caused because society needs less? The Native Americans believed in a zero-impact life. Imagine an empty field with a stream. Imagine your shower diverts that stream. Pre-boxed cereal, milk, a box of lunch meat, a bag of bread, styrofoam base underneath your meat, the plastic over top box of noodles, the jar with your spaghetti sauce. It's one day's food. Throw it all over the field, cover it in crap and piss, and run your dirty shower water over top. And that's our legacy. Filling that field all day, every day. It takes full-time workers to clean that stuff up. Take that garbage away. America is crashing because it does not need all that. It needs simplicity. The ones who bury this need for simplicity are the wasteful businessmen, who despair over waste disappearing because this is how they make a buck. The corn that the natives grew, we've turned into corn syrup to give ourselves diabetes. It is the unheeded Great Spirit's warning about wastefulness. We need less waste covered by noise. I have the last commodity, the final thing for sale. I won't sell it to you, but it's what you need. Here it is for free.